Howdy there, partner. Welcome back to the channel. Alright, we're not going to get into all of that. Okay, guys, we're going to go over a price prediction for AMC for this week. I think we have it figured out what could happen, and as always, I want to give you guys a range of what I really expect to happen because we have a lot of variables here. We have economic data that is coming out on Thursday as well as on Friday, and we do have some Fed speakers that are going to be happening today as well as in the next couple of days. So that can certainly move the markets, but really the markets are focused on the near term. They're focused on Ukraine and Russia as well as the Fed. So that's what we're going to talk about here in this video. The latest developments between Russia and Ukraine and how that is going to affect AMC stock. I want everybody to remember, one, why they are in this trade. Two, like quite literally, besides families and want to help each other out and, you know, make a lot of money, the due diligence here that supports exactly why you are in this trade. We're also going to be going over that. The Ortex data, the Stocko Tracker data, the 13F filings that are coming out that are very, very bullish. So I hope you guys are excited heading into this upcoming week. If you guys are not, then maybe you need a little bit of hopium in your life, and that is all fine. Learn how to come trade the markets and make money with us, whether the markets go up or down or spin in circles. Link for that down below for the trading community in the pinned comment. But let's not waste any more time. Let's dive into this video. So first and foremost, let's take a look at exactly what is going on, the latest of the Ukraine and Russia baby mama drama. If you guys have a better word for it, let me know down below in the comment section. But this just came out about 30 minutes ago. President Biden agrees to meet with Putin in principle as long as Russia does not invade Ukraine. So a little bit of easing to the tensions, and that's definitely a positive thing for the markets. And in the short term, if the markets are down a lot, let's theoretically imagine, right, futures are not out yet, so we don't know exactly what to expect. We are going to go over investing.com futures, and those look green. But imagine if the markets are down 5% on Tuesday, tomorrow. AMC is going to be down a lot as well. It's not going to fall as much, though, as the broad markets I would expect. If the markets are down, for an example, right, 5%, which would be extreme, very, very extreme, I would expect to see AMC down 3%. Why is that? Because we have already fallen so much. So that's the situation as far as that is concerned. Let's talk about the economic data that is coming out this week that can move the markets. Let's start off with today. It is obviously Monday. Not too much is going on. This is it a holiday, a government holiday, President's Day? So the markets obviously are not open. You're seeing some economic data around the world, but nothing that will move our markets. Now, on Tuesday, you are seeing a lot of housing index prices coming out, as you can see right here. S&P Case-Shiller home price, which can actually move the markets a little bit. That is highlighted right here. Excuse me, in black. That's at 9 a.m. So that can move the markets a little bit. It's not going to have as much of an impact as what comes out on Friday. That is definitely going to move the markets. But you do see right here, anything highlighted in black, by the way, compared to this light black and grayish color, is more significant. So market manufacturing PMI, market composite PMI flash for February, and this other one at 9:30 or 9:45 a.m. That's going to be a little bit of, you know, significance. And then you do see a lot of mortgage data right here still, a lot of ECB speakers, API crude oil stock exchange. That's not as important. Thursday, though, you do have the GDP growth rate quarter over quarter for the for the fourth quarter. But this is the second one of this year, and that's going to be important. That is at 8:30 a.m. You can see that's highlighted in red, so that is really big. New home sales for January. That is also another big data point that is coming out on Thursday. And then you have a lot more gas all of these headlines. Pause the video if you want to look at them, or just go to tradingeconomics.com/calendar and pull this up for yourself. I do recommend you guys keep this up as you're trading throughout the week. So if something happens, you can look and say, hey, there was an economic data point that came out. Maybe that's why the markets are moving this kind of way at a specific time. So that's going to be very important. You do have Fed Bostic. He speaks at 11:10 a.m. on Thursday. And then you do see right here Great Britain consumer confidence. That could be important to our markets, not as much. And also Fed Mester speech at 12 p.m. So on noon on Thursday. And then you do see right here, durable goods orders month over month for Friday at 8:30 a.m. Personal income month over month for January at 8:30 a.m. as well. And personal spending month over month also at 8:30. Pending home sales, which is highlighted in black, year over year for January. And all three of these at 10 p.m. Michigan consumer sentiment. Shout out to Michigan. Any of you guys watching, shout out to Michigan. That is where I am currently presiding my residency. So cool thing right there. But PCE price index month over month. This is a core inflation metric that the Fed pays attention to, and that comes out at 8:30 a.m. on Friday as well. So you're going to get hit with a flood of data at 8:30 on Friday. All of this highlighted in blue. You're going to get hit with all of this data, and the market's going to react in a certain way to it. And that's all for the United States. So keep that in mind. Friday is going to be a very big day as far as data is concerned, but that leaves us open for the beginning of the week to really trade however we want to trade. And it's mostly going to trade off of what happens with Russia and Ukraine throughout this next upcoming week. If there is no further development, the markets, don't underestimate this. The markets will react bullishly. As long as things don't escalate and they are not getting worse, markets will rally. They will rally. Let me tell you, they're not stuck in a certain way of going down or going up. They really don't know. I think market makers, for the most part, are concerned and just confused at the current moment. They don't know how to price things to the positive, to the negative, so they're just overpricing everything as far as options are concerned. And if you've traded options, you've realized how insane premiums are, but they don't know. They don't know to price things low or price things high. That's where you can come in and make your bets and make a lot of money. Like I said, check us out. Come trade with us. Join the community. Link down below in the pinned comment. So that is the story as far as the economic data is concerned. AMC, the Stocko tracker data, we could see for this upcoming week, 92,000 for calls that are out of the money, 4,600 for calls that are in the money. So that is not a huge amount. So I don't expect to see a lot of option activity, but I personally don't think the options are having a big role to play in AMC's rally over the past 2 weeks or so. I think it has very little to do with options. I think it has a lot to do with this probe that is going on and the manipulation, the widespread manipulation that can no longer happen between the banks and the Citadels of the world, the market makers. Because with that probe, right, the banks and the market makers, think about that. The banks and the market makers take our order flows. They can buy and sell them, or sell them or buy them from the banks. You usually sell them to the banks. The banks, they make their money in that way as well. If they can no longer do that, then there's not really a buyer on the dark pool, or a seller on the dark pool for that matter, that has enough money or wants to take on that kind of risk. If you can't manipulate the stock being the market maker anymore because there is a probe literally probing you like deep, yes, quite literally, you just can't do that anymore. And we're seeing that reflected in the price action. We're also seeing that reflected in the option flow sentiment, which we will take a look at. But even on the put side, 13,000 puts that are in the money, 23,000 puts that are out of the money. So not a huge week, like I said, for option expiration. As far as the max pain, let's put this on 225, $19 by the end of the week. That is a significant move to the upside compared to where we currently sit. I don't know why it still has USO up, but we currently sit at about $17.84 per share. So that would be a move to the upside, and that would definitely be a welcome move to the upside. Hopefully we can close above $20, but we will talk about that in just 1 second. As far as the Ortex data, 21.13% short interest off free float, 108.44 million shares that are sold short, cost to borrow max of 2.73%, and the utilization at 100%. The longer this stays at 100%, the better this looks, because that's showing you how bullish the owners of AMC are. Really the big guys, the BlackRocks, the Vanguards, the Renaissance Technologies. That's telling you that they don't want to lend out their stock for only a couple percentage points. Who wants to lend out stock for 3% if you're gaining 10 to 15%, 3, 4, 5 trading days in the past 2 weeks? You're not going to do that. That is definitely a bullish sign in my personal opinion. Days to cover is sitting at 2.37. That has actually come down quite a lot, and that has to do with the volume that is starting to pick up in the stock. So all in all, looking very positive right there. And we can see all of the green and the white here. We're seeing brand new positions that are being initiated. Look at this. Jane Street Group LLC increased their position by 837%. That is a wild increase. Goldman Sachs has increased their share position by 103%. Some very large institutions that are loading up on AMC, and we're kind of getting out of this whole red zone that we were in for a while with all of these red positions, selling out of positions. It's starting to look like quite the opposite, starting to get a lot of green and white like we've seen back before that June rally. So that is also looking very good. If you guys are also unaware, the big bad Citadel himself has bought a lot of shares in AMC, increased their share position by 382% in the last quarter. That filing came out February 14th. You could see that the actual put position as well decreased by 26%. So it looks like they are very, very bullish. They own or control about 7 million shares worth of AMC in their call position. They own 162,000 shares outright, and they control about 3.7 million shares on the put side. So this has definitely changed a lot. It used to be more so skewed towards the put side, and you definitely, used to see a lot less shares. I believe last quarter they were at like 30,000 shares of AMC. So you've seen quite a big jump as far as that is concerned. Once the music stops playing, why not switch sides, right? I guess so. I guess that's the logic with Citadel. So we'll have to see and wait how that plays out. But as far as the price prediction, we really have to take a look at that technical analysis and keep in mind the economic factors that are going to be happening this upcoming week. Now, I am very bullish on AMC. Now, I think, like I said in the beginning of this video, I think a lot of the pain is gone. So even if the markets fall in a substantial way, I don't think AMC would fall in that same substantial way. So with that being said, my price target is going to be approaching this 2163 mark, this 50-day moving average, by the end of the week. If we could close at this level or even above $21 in general, that is going to be a massive sign for a rally that is still to come. That's where we've really got a lot of resistance and came up and touched this level right here. I should actually mark this. Came up and touched this about $21 exactly. I believe we hit $20.89, pretty much, or $20.96 to be more exact. So we hit about $21 per share, got rejected. So if we can break above that, that's incredibly bullish. As far as the potential downside, if we see Russia invade Ukraine, hawkish Fed speakers that come out, we see the markets fall apart, then it is possible we make our way back down to about $16 per share. I don't think that is going to be the case. I think it's very unlikely, but you can see that's where we got that first big candle up about 15%, and then we've been continuing on those gains for a while now. So if we do fall back down, it's going to be about $16 per share. The upper end range about $21 per share. I think there is just a lot of fear in the markets right now, so I think it's hard to say exactly, we're going to rally to $25, $30 per share. I don't think that is the case. There's not enough evidence here to support that to me. But as we do know, the patient get paid in the long term. We know the due diligence, we know the trade, we know what is coming for us, and that's all you need to know when it really comes down to it. As well as that, I don't want to leave this out. You do see the option order flow as far as Friday was 44%. That's a lot better than what it used to be. Believe it or not, I've been tracking this for about the last 3 months, and the positive order value on any given day would be like 0% to 10%. Nobody was buying calls on AMC. Nobody would touch them at all. You've seen that switched around where even on days where AMC's down 5%, like we did see back on Friday, still 44% positive order value is definitely a good sign. As far as 1 week, 61% positive order value, 151 orders totaling $68.16 million. You're also seeing the preliminary futures that are up a lot. Look at that. The Dow Jones up about 0.60%, S&P 500 0.66%, and the NASDAQ 100 up about 0.6% as well. Keep in mind, we have quite a bit of time until we start to actually trade tomorrow, so these can definitely move around a lot. These are only preliminary numbers, so keep that in mind. But it is looking like a green day unless we get new escalation out of Russia. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed your time here. If you did, hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel for the weird southern accent that I'm trying to get a little bit better on. I also want to learn the Russian accent. I think that would be pretty cool for some of these videos. So hit the subscribe button, ring the bell if you guys want to stay up to date with all of this information. If you guys want to join our trading community, link down below in the pinned comment to do so for that. But make sure to get yourself some free money. Did I just say free money? Did you just hear me say free money? Yes. Yes, Weeble, Moo, and Public down below in the description of this video. By definition, free money. Sell your free stocks. Buy yourself some AMC like I did. I believe I got about 3 free shares. It's been a while. I've been with all those brokerages for quite a long time now. So check that out if you guys do want to. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.